No more eating, Ike. There's no more eating allowed. We are live. Welcome everyone to the 90th edition of the Home Theater Hub. We have a new guest, Mr. David in the house.
Yep.
What's
Good
going
evening.
on, David? How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. How are you all doing?
Fantastic also. Fantastic also. We're missing Paul. I don't know where Paul is. Can somebody send a APP out for Paul, please?
I know.
I don't know where he's at tonight.
Probably ran out of beer, man. Probably had to go to the fruit factory to go find his beer, man.
How about that?
Paul enjoys fruity beers, grapefruit, pink fruit, lemon lime, all kind of different beers.
Strawberry.
Is he the youngest of you?
Kiwi? No, I'm the youngest.
Okay.
No, but no, Paul's a good guy. He's probably, you know what he's probably doing? He's probably putting together the brew tour for when we go to Cedia.
Whatever.
Okay. That's
He's
not
looking for brew.
early September, right?
Yep.
Fair
In
enough.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, we're all going to go out to Cedia. So it's gonna be great.
Awesome.
So what's up, Ike? How are you, sir?
I am doing well. Looking forward to an exciting show tonight. This one I'm really excited.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a treat coming up.
Yes, very, very much so. So, what's been going on in the world of Ike this past week?
All work, little play. I went back and I watched Pulp Fiction though.
Ooh.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Did you count the F words?
It was
Ooh.
too many, man. Lost track, man. I had to watch it during the day while the kids are at school. So
Right.
that's
Yeah, I believe that movie holds the record for the number of F words dropped.
Yeah, it is classic John Travolta. It is. The movie is dirty. It's filled with it. Plenty of F words. So,
I think there's over 100 and some, if I remember. I'd have to. You got me interested now. I'm gonna have to Google that and give the actual statistic of what it actually was. So yeah,
we'll probably Google it. Ask ChatGPT, it should tell you. But yeah, it's been a fun week and excited. Just looking forward to the weekend and hoping to have some more fun this weekend.
Yeah. So, are you prepared for Cedia?
No,
neither am I.
No, because we're going to end up sleeping on the street at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
We've been waiting on you.
We don't even have a hotel yet.
We've been waiting on you to figure out our hotel.
So let's see. Why do I have to be the party coordinator? I didn't know I was the wedding coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The word FUCK is used 265 times in Pulp Fiction.
Jeez.
So I was a little bit shy on that.
Well, Reservoir Dog visits, right?
Yeah. So how about you, Mr. David? What you been up to in your theater this week?
Watching some new releases, like Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning.
Wow.
Tetris, which is brand new. And what was the other one? Hold on, just a second. I'm old and I need to. Superman. Absolutely.
That sounds like you have a kaleidoscope, sir.
I do.
Oh, we're in for a treat tonight, guys. We're in for a treat for sure.
Yes, come at me. I will be your punching bag. Go ahead. But before you send your slings and arrows, let me tell you that it was my wife who actually was the one who said do this, which is very unusual. She didn't want me to spend all kinds of money, but she's like, this makes sense to me.
Very nice.
Weird, huh?
You know, my wife, and I've told this one here plenty of times, she didn't look at Paul.
Paul!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Man,
Paul?
did you finally find your beer or something?
Well, that was one reason, but that's not the real reason. I think it was something to do with teams and I don't know. It was
Oh.
taking over my camera and microphone, so I had to like reboot, and
Oh,
that was annoying me. So
That's what happens when you wait to the waking hour to join the show.
Well, I was gonna join 2
The,
minutes early.
the gremlins come in.
I know they do. They do. That deserves a beer.
All right, let's see what it is.
Start
David,
off.
hold on, time out. Don't
Go
show
ahead.
us. David, pick the flavor. What flavor do you think?
Banana.
All right, there we go.
Oh, you guys are so wrong.
All right, I'm going with
today.
kiwi.
We're
I'm
going
with kiwi.
themed
I'm going with
today,
pineapple.
and no, we're going.
Oh,
That's
It's going IPA.
disappointing.
This
okay.
is a 30-minute light IPA. So even if you don't like an IPA, these are drinkable. They're not on the bitter, the super bitter scale. So.
That was rather disappointing, Paul.
Yeah, I know. He's like, what
Oh
flavor?
man, that's too funny.
You have people who come early enough just to figure out what fruity flavor of beer you're gonna drink.
There's
He's
over
just
unders on that
disappointed.
stuff.
Yeah, there are banana flavored beers, but you won't find me drinking those very, very rarely. Want to try. I don't like I love bananas, but I hate artificial banana flavor. So it's
I like
not.
banana liquor. I do a drink with some banana liqueur.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had that. That might be.
I never had it,
Mhm.
and I don't think I
I
plan.
don't know. There's just something. I taste something chemically in flavor, banana flavor. Like I can have banana pudding, but I guess that's.
I'm gonna put myself out there. When I'm feeling fruity, I drink I drink a banana liqueur. No.
Well, you're always fruity, so you know.
Exactly. That's why that's why I put it out there. So
Can we go back? Can we go back to Clyde Escape?
Yeah, I was gonna say, David, nice to meet you.
I'll pick the devil and the deep blue sea. at this
Yeah,
point.
there you go.
A
So
pleasure to meet you, Paul.
yeah, so
so
Where were we?
so you watched Superman, you watched Mission Impossible,
And half a Tetris.
and half of Tetris. Yeah, I haven't seen the.
Yeah,
the-
now I want to see Tetris, man.
I haven't even.
So
heard
Paul,
of that.
before did you hear us backstage? How much? Take a guess. How many
No.
F words? So Ike watched Pulp Fiction.
Oh God,
How many F words would you say?
I think it was 143.
You are in the neighborhood that I guessed.
You're way off.
You're in the neighborhood that I guessed. Let me bring you up to speed on this.
Oh, how many?
You're way off.
265 times.
Oh wow, that's way more than yeah.
Yeah, so I asked Ike, did he count how many F words there were?
I lost track, man.
So I had to dig into the crates and find out the actual statistic here.
I have that in my collection.
So yeah, how about you, Paul? What's new in the theater? You got anything going on from last week?
No, nothing really. Watched movies. I bought a 50-foot Gobi light strip, and I think I'm going to probably paint the office and do some crown molding to where I have that up skylit, whatever you want to call that.
Yep.
Where there's a balance.
Uplight.
Where there's uplighting just to make the room look cool. And I'm gonna eventually add sound panel. I don't have any sound panels in case you can't tell. I mean, the mic's pretty good, so it's probably. But yeah, there's definitely some major slap echo in this office. I mean, you're looking at this is the most diffusion I have in this whole room. Right?
I don't have any in mine either. So the microphone does a good job of.
Yeah, the mics do a great job, but you add some, obviously, you add some absorption and diffusion. It's still going to help quite a bit.
Yep, absolutely. So my week consisted of a work trip.
Oh yeah.
Which I made part of a pleasure trip, and I got to visit Scott Newby's place. So Scott Newby is a very good advocate for this community. And if you guys don't know his channel, it's let me pull it up here. Let me go to it. He's got 3 videos already of my visit over there.
Look at you, celebrity,
Gosh,
man. You
man,
got
yeah,
3
he must have thought you
videos?
were way more attractive than me.
I know. It's like, wow, 3 different videos.
I mean, I got a nickname. I did
And
not
that-
get a
And,
video.
and
Yes.
those are the
And-
published videos, Paul.
And I heard your nickname too. It's not a
What
very good
happened?
nickname.
Those are the published videos too, right? I'm sure there's some behind the paywall, but man, but I'm
Yeah.
glad. I think you got your annual stress test for your hat. You don't need to do any physical this year because 150 dBs. Wow.
Yeah. So we started off with the new JTR Kalos, and I can tell you, those are.
Well, you started off by signing the waiver.
Yeah, we started off by.
I do
signing the
like
waiver.
the fact that he added that in there. That's pretty cool. I mean,
So
that
yeah,
makes it-
so we started off with that, and then we went to the RTJ speakers, which is just the commercial version that takes up his entire living room, and those things were absolutely insane, as it says
Mhm.
here, insane stereo. I mean, I thought the house was going to come unstrapped when we got into. So I'm like, hey, these woofers aren't moving. He said we can make them move. So and then we went downstairs, and there should be a 4th video, which will be my I might be spoiling it for him already, but it'll be my reaction to the 150 plus dB that he had in there with 20 18-inch JTR subwoofers.
added a couple more.
Yeah. So
Just a little.
just absolutely insane. And you know what? When we played demos, it was nice and calm. It wasn't like it was overdone. It was well blended,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a hobby that he's striving for. He's striving to hit the Guinness Book of World Record goal for the maximum dB, and you know it's something that it's a hobby for him. So you know he's the first person that says, "Hey, you don't need all this shit that I got in my room."
Yeah, you're not listening at that.
Right.
at that
He's not.
for a
I'm not
movie.
listening at this for
Yeah,
a movie.
no, and that's what I loved about his first video. I was like, okay, I can hang with that guy because I did car audio stuff, and I was like, dude, I was hitting 140 dB in a car. I mean,
Right.
you don't need 140 dB in your car.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
So
don't need it in life.
no, that's true. You don't need it in.
So if you guys haven't checked out Scott's channel, make sure you go over. It's living it with Scott and Kat. Like I said, just a fantastic advocate for this hobby. Fantastic host. I picked up the phone about a month ago and said, "Hey Scott, you know, I'm going to be coming to the area. Would you mind giving me a tour?" I got my own private tour. Just a great guy all around. So
Oh yeah.
make sure you guys I know he's coming down also. He's coming down to Florida. He's going to do like a Midwest Florida tour with Michael, and he's got I think Don Dunn and Audioholics. He's going to be going to all those theaters. But yeah, no, just a great guy, and want to say thank you again, Scott. And sorry if I spilled the beans, because we still got a reaction video left for the 150 dB that's coming up. So he's probably so yeah, that was quite intense.
Yeah,
I did put the earplugs in. So
Yeah. If any intelligent person should be wearing earplugs at 150 dB. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where you put intelligence in the same room as 150 dB, but yeah, put on your earplugs.
Yes.
It helps.
highly
It helps your
advised.
ears. I don't know about your heart, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's
all
for
right.
sure.
And then I was able to take in a movie before I left. Let's see. I want to show that. And I want to tell you, this is by far my favorite my favorite of this series. First time ever watching this movie, and that is Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Is that the first? That's the first one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, just man, what a movie!
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. The second one, it's man.
The second one's even
It's-
better.
It's amazing. I love the storyline. It's an obvious thing, but the way they present it, it's amazing. And yes, the movie itself is it's just as good as the first.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I don't watch anime, right? I do enjoy kids movies, Pixar stuff like that,
Mhm.
DreamWorks. I do enjoy those, but I don't watch anime. And this was fantastic. I mean, the home theater experience itself is just phenomenal. I mean, the it is a reference disc from
Oh,
start
yeah.
to finish.
Yep.
David, have you seen this one?
Yes, I have.
What are your thoughts?
Fantastic. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've seen it, but it is cutting edge. I think that
Yep.
animation, what's the word? It's kind of the best of times and the worst of times. I love some of it so much, and some of it just looks awful. But this is one that I just absolutely love. I mean, my wife and I will watch the opening to Cars just because it sounds so good. It's just like one winner, 32 losers. I losers breakfast. Oh, breakfast! I haven't had it. I mean, I just can't get over that movie. But yeah, Spider-Verse, excellent movie. I've only seen it a couple of times, so I'm not an aficionado, but the color and the vibrancy. I think the thing is that it can kind of push the parameters of what we don't see in a regular film, because it has so many bright colors and so much contrast, and it's like the slit scan scene from 2001. It's very, very amazing, but for like 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it was good, and I was actually surprised. I'm not going to ruin it because I don't read comic books. I don't do any of that stuff. So when he found out who a certain person was,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, what a twist! I like jumped out of my seat. So it was.
Oh, you wait until the second one.
I'm watching the second one this weekend, dude.
If you don't try to look into something, the second one's even better.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the second one this weekend. Everybody enjoyed it. My mother-in-law, my wife, everybody enjoyed it. My son sat down and watched it. Yeah, we had a fantastic time with this movie.
That's
so if you guys haven't seen it, by all means, I mean, look at the Rotten Tomato score, 97. Just unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really, really, really good.
That's
So,
legitimate right there. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
definitely up there for my. That's like a 8, 9 all day long.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's something that I could watch over and over. I mean, and like I said, the bass,
Yep.
the whole home theater experience was really, really put together well with that. So I can definitely say that it's a reference disc, and it will make my script reel on my Kaleidoscape.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, definitely. All right, so I think we went around the room for what we did and what movies we watched.
I
David,
watched
you
a few.
yeah.
I did watch the Superman too. The new Superman.
Yeah, so David watched that too, so you guys can talk about that because I haven't seen it yet.
And then I watched a couple animes, My Hero Academia, the last two, the World Hero Mission and You're Next, which is the latest of the 4 movie series. And then I also watched Onward again. That's an older cartoon, like a Pixar type of cartoon that with the
Yeah.
elves. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've seen that. Yep.
And then I watched a Chris Pine, one of Chris Pine's.
Were you on vacation this week? You were taking in some movies.
Yeah, man. I usually do. That's my unwind, you know. If I'm
Yeah.
not at the bar, I'm watching a movie.
There you go.
Or work, you know, or designing or CADing or something.
I like how you just put in work there, just in case the boss is watching. you know,
yeah.
just-
Exactly, you know. Well, my internet went down this week for an entire day, so that's when I watched the two animes, so that's why that. And then the Chris Pine movie is one of his first movies, Bottle Shock. That was an interesting movie. I don't know if it's the story.
I've never heard of that one,
Based on a
actually.
true story about how Napa Valley wine came to be. So it's pretty interesting. And it's got
2008.
and I did not realize that Snape from Harry Potter, you know, Professor Snape,
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, until that movie, because I was like, wait, I know that voice and I know that face. I was like, that's friggin' Hans Gruber. Like, what the hell from Die Hard? I was like, oh my God, I didn't even put those together because without the mustache, it just. But yeah, the minute I saw him with the mustache in this movie, I was like, dude, that's friggin' Hans Gruber from freaking Die Hard. He's the main bad guy of Die Hard. What the hell? So he's one of the main characters in this movie as well. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So 48 Rotten Tomatoes, and is it above that? Is it better than that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that it has a rewatch, but it's an interesting story. It's a put in the background type of story. It wasn't horrible.
Okay.
You know? So it wasn't like, oh, this is amazing, but
Right.
you know, but it had an interesting plot and an interesting story, and I think it helps because I didn't even know this to the end of the movie. It's based on a true story. So
Okay.
It certainly is. Yes.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that would have helped make it a little bit more interesting because, you know, you can't take as many liberties.
So talk to me about, without spoiling, but you guys talk to me about the new Superman, because the new Superman is $39.99 on Kaleidoscape, and I've had a couple people tell me it's good, but it's not worth the $39.99. So wait till it drops in price.
It was so close to being what should be the Superman movie of this era, but I think they rushed the intimacy with the characters. It was just like, hey, everybody, you know all these characters. Okay, here's a scene. Boop, 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 boop. It's something that probably could have been wrapped up in like a 40-minute movie.
Okay.
So
what's your thought, David?
It's the first Superman movie I've ever seen where Superman is extremely vulnerable. He is not a Man of Steel who is I mean, the problem with the story of Superman is that nothing can hurt him. Nothing
Right.
except for kryptonite. Someone has to find that MacGuffin and throw it in front of him only to have him be, disabled. This is a movie where we had a Stephen Miller type character who is smarter than he is, at least as far as I was concerned, who was able to beat him at every turn. He was, for the first almost hour and a half of this movie, he lost every fight. Every one of them, he didn't win. He was the most vulnerable Superman I've ever seen. And so it made the ending of it so much more satisfying for me, because in the end, the thing that he was ultimately was just good. And he had to prove that, because they were talking about him in terms that were as if he was a spy and as if he was trying to destroy Earth. And I got to tell you, I really liked that angle of it.
Yeah,
where
it's the
he was
Superman
turned
that should have
against it.
always been, right?
And I'm like, wow. And and so I haven't seen that. And believe me, I saw Christopher Reeve in '78 at the theater,
Hmm.
loved it,
Yeah.
and loved many of the others. But this one, I got to tell you, I love the heart of it.
Yeah.
It
I
was,
totally agree with that.
and and I've got to tell you, Superman, the guy who plays him, Corn Sweat, I think his name is. What an amazing job he did of just being absolutely beautifully believable. No, I really like that. I like the fact that Lois Lane was, boy, did she have an interesting role to play, because she was a balance between someone who was a very smart individual, but also not nagging and what is it, a Mary Sue, who knew everything, and that balance was not sometimes is difficult for
Yeah.
writers to get to, and I thought they did that pretty successfully. But I've got to tell you, whoever played Lex Luthor was fantastic. A great Max. I mean, he was just absolutely evil without being a scene chewer. So yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars out of 4.
Nice.
In my book, I just really liked it.
Wow.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean,
the
I know
movie had all the signature. Hey, this should be what Superman. But to me, it just they rushed everything, because I was like, oh man, because yeah, you fell in love with every one of the characters. Like,
there were a lot of characters, weren't there?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
was a
every
lot of
one of
stuff
them.
to
Like
chew
Lois
through.
was like amazing. Whoever played her.
Yes,
I was like, dude, that is like the '80s Lois, like as we
it was.
know it, like
Mhm.
spot on. It's
Yeah,
like,
so there's the
wow.
cast right there.
And
So
then,
we had Rochelle,
yeah, but
and
yeah,
then
there's all
Lex
kinds
Lucas
of,
was Nicholas Hoyt.
Wonderfully portrayed, and
yeah,
I guess I'm an easy critic sometimes. So I'm not the guy to ask. I like a lot more movies than most people, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you right ahead.
hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm that way too. I'm not like, I'm just
I'm not
honest.
hypercritical.
Yeah,
I just tell me your story that you want to tell me, and okay, as long as you do it pretty well, I'm going to like it.
yeah,
So I'm not a very good critic. I'm really not. I don't like to pee on people's, on what they do. That's not my bag.
yeah.
I want
hear
to
you.
be more positive, and that's sort of who I am. So,
Yeah.
hey,
So you
I
also
leave
got
that
David. You also got to take in. Sorry about that. You also got to take in another movie. I don't know if any of you guys got to see this also, but how about this one? Tell us a little bit about this one. Was it?
Well, again, I'd heard nothing but awful. I'd
Really?
heard nothing but it's awful, and it's too long, and there are too many characters and whatever. But I've been in this franchise since 30 years ago when it started, and if you have a home theater, and this is where I'm going to tell you, and you have the greatest invention, I think, in modern day, is the pause button. And you can pause it, you can go upstairs, you can take a break, come back and watch. I spent a day watching this movie, and I absolutely enjoyed the hell out of it. And I listened to the critiques that I had heard, and I'm like, yeah, but it was kind of awesome, to be honest with you. It was very true. All of the beats matched, and all of the characters lined up. I love the fact that the computer nerd in the middle of Langley in Mission Impossible 1 ended up in the last movie as someone who was a critical part of the finale. I love that, and not to mention the stunts. And say what you will about Tom Cruise, but I'm just like, are you getting out on an airplane without a parachute and doing that shit? I don't think so. I'm not, especially that I'm his age, and I'm like, no way, dude. And you see it; it's all on screen. By the way, in the Kaleidoscape form of it, it defers not to what they say. It's 2.0 to 1, but and then it's letterbox. But then when it goes to IMAX, it goes, full screen on that. And I mean, it is sharp as anything I've ever seen. That movie looks fantastic in that format. It's absolutely, just it jaw drops you because of the black levels and the sharpness. And you just can't. I mean, you can see in the size that we have that they're not like Tom Cruise isn't some stuntman.
Right.
He's actually Tom Cruise, and you can tell pretty easily that he's doing this stuff. And that's, say what you want, it's damn impressive to me, at least.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
are you doing that? I'm not doing that.
Oh no.
No, I'm not getting-
Well, part of my training that for my work training that I did this week, I had to go do fall arrest training. So basically, we were learning how to tie off on roofs and be safe on ladders,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'm not even getting up on that roof, dude. So,
And he's doing this at, and you can clearly see that these planes that in the finale that are flying within inches of the surrounding landscape, it's truly it's really one of the most brilliantly choreographed action sequences I may have ever seen. And it's a great finale to this series, at least as far as we know.
yeah.
I think it will be rebooted and someone else will be in it, but I don't think Tom Cruise is going to do this again.
yeah,
But that's
Yeah,
just my opinion.
I'm looking. I'm gonna buy that one too. So let's see what that one $24.99 on Kaleidoscape. Not too bad. So it's not overpriced. I mean,
$39.99. Yeah, that was a bit of a bite.
yeah.
And it was a drunken stupor that I punched that button. So, don't hold it against me, guys. Most of the things I buy are $24.99 and lower, and most
Yeah.
of it is like $15.
No, I mean
That's what I buy.
The stuff Kaleidoscape has on special right now. I mean,
Oh
it's,
my God.
it's they're all great movies, and they're
Yeah.
all like $14.99 and $9.99.
Yeah. So that's the majority of what I purchase is there. On occasion, I'm going to buy a first run, and I'm going to spend the money only if I really, really want to see it, or if my wife says we're getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
When my wife says we got to get this, do you know my life is, hey, I want to watch blankety blank tonight. I'm like, I don't have blankety blank, and I'm going to look it up. And okay,
It's on the Kaleidoscape.
okay, boom. I guess I'm buying it.
Let's put the popcorn in.
Yeah,
It'll
let's
be
go.
ready by then.
And then if I don't have it on Kaleidoscape, she just talks about how awful Kaleidoscape is. I'm like, no, it's not awful. It's just not. It's not every movie in the world. It's a lot of movies, but
Yeah,
it's not
so
every-
I got caught up in the last episode of the last two episodes of Brightside Home Theater, and Steve, I just had too many recommendations. So I bought Until Dawn, I bought Thunderbolts, I bought Final Destination.
Bloodlines. Yeah, I got that.
I bought The Amateur. So I actually bought the classic Superbad.
Mm-hmm.
So that just came out in 4K too. So not that you need 4K for Superbad, but it's still a great movie.
I'm telling you, I think the 4K benefits older movies more than new ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so too, man. I tell you.
When you talk about seeing Lawrence of Arabia or Spartacus or some of these classic movies that were
Flash
in VistaVision,
Gordon, man. I watched that a couple times.
when we have VistaVision or Super Fanavision 70, Todd AO, these movies that were produced in large format, there's so much information on these things. I mean, Vertigo, Jesus, it's unbelievable. It takes I'm like, how does North by Northwest look better than movies that are made yesterday? I don't even know how, but it does.
done better, and the stories are so more impactful, and
So
It's just-
Steven says the recent Lethal Weapon looked fantastic.
Oh, Lethal Weapon looks amazing. I
Oh,
spent
wow.
a day with that one, and I was like, my jaw dropped how beautiful that looked. No, that's exactly right. Lethal Weapon looks fantastic. That was a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
and that just came out, and it came out literally the day that it came out on physical media. It came out on Kaleidoscape, which is always the case.
Right.
And that's the problem I play with Kaleidoscape is that do I buy the physical or do I wait? And like Terminator, I'm like, that was a hard one. The first one,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
one,
because look, I mean, Kaleidoscape doesn't have every studio either.
no, they
right?
don't. They
So
don't have
you-
Criterion. So I know that Criterion has nothing to do with that. They don't have Arrow. They don't have Vinegar Syndrome. Of course they don't. So those things I can buy.
Mhm.
Deep Blue Sea in 4K, loved it, but it wasn't from Kaleidoscape.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and say hey to the chat, and then Mr. David, we'll go ahead and introduce you and talk about your background in home theater and what got you into it. So C-Big's in the chat. Rich, what's going on, sir? Michael, thanks for joining us. Van Gool, what's up, Van Gool? Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Digital movie boards. And again, what's up? What's up, Carl? What's going on, Carl? How are you, sir? Thanks for coming
digital
back.
movie boards. Those are cool, man. I love those.
Yeah, and then Steven in the chat also. So but yeah, no, appreciate everybody joining us this evening. Let's see here.
Okay, we lost Dave's camera.
Yeah, see what's David's camera.
We might have paused for a second. So
Yeah.
So
So
anybody in the chat watch anything cool this week?
what's up, Johnny? What's up? So we have to figure out, like Ike said, we have to figure out where we're going to be sleeping for Cedia.
Oh yeah. Well,
We haven't quite figured that out yet.
I'll have a car, man, so I can sleep in my car. I don't know about you guys.
All right, Mr. David. So, what got you into this wonderful hobby that you seem like you really enjoy watching movies, just from your description of the past couple movies that you described there? So, what got you into home theater?
It was my dad.
Okay.
My mom and dad divorced when I was very young. And when I would have weekends with him, he would always take us on Friday nights to the movies. And we saw, and it coincided with a pretty amazing moment in American cinema, which was the 70s. We saw Westworld, we saw Airport, we saw The Poseidon Adventure and Towering Inferno, we saw Jaws, there was so much that was in that period.
Mhm.
And I began to associate that with I just really liked that experience. And that coupled with the fact that I like movies, and a movie would come to a theater and you could go and see it as many times as you wanted to, but there was no way to replay that. There was no way to recreate that. There was you couldn't take it home. It wasn't software. It was way before that. And so when in 1982 I got my first, RCA Selectavision, CED disc system, it was a game changer for me. As flawed as that system was, I could actually control and rewind and fast forward and pause a movie. That was a big deal for me because, oh my God, I could own a movie. I could watch every frame as long as I wanted to, and I didn't have to stop. And that was really big for me. And then I told my stepfather, hey, is there a way, and this was like 82, can we hook this up to the stereo? I remember the cackles of laughter that I heard were intense. I'm like, no, maybe someday this will be like in stereo. You never know. So, I was always thinking ahead. I'm like, I want a theater. That's what I want.
Right.
Because that's, and I was very detailed about how I wanted it. And there just wasn't anything that was appropriate. The interesting thing for me has been that when I was a kid, the best picture and sound quality that you could get was at a great theater. That was
Right.
it.
Mhm.
Nothing would beat it. When you saw, 70 millimeter blown up, I saw Star Wars in an enormous theater. I mean, one of the greatest theater. I mean, it was perfect. But that was the height of what I could understand. And the last movie I saw, which was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I went to see it. And not only was the movie awful, but the worst thing is the picture that was being portrayed in a Regal cinema was less than what I remember from VHS tape. It was like green and teal. It was, I mean, at home, I have a picture 1,000 times better than that. And my wife doesn't comment on much. I mean, she's, Dave, this looks awful. This looks like, I mean, I don't even get it. There's no color. It's just like this two-tone thing. And you wonder why theaters are dying. How about step your game up? How about have a picture that's worthy of going to see?
Mhm.
And I was like, that's the last movie I've gone to, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, you don't have that anymore. I lived in New York City where I got to see so many great movies initially, like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the first night it came out in one of the great theaters. I've been very blessed, but the picture quality that is being portrayed and the sound quality is just, it's not worth spending your money and being, so I feel like a snob as I guess I am. So I spent my money at home. I saved up all my popcorn, and over 12 or 15 years, I've built this.
Mhm.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing what this is too, because you gotta, from the pictures I saw, it's a fantastic setup there. So you said your dad used to take you to the theater, and what about experimentation? What, you said you've built this up over time. So
Yes.
talk about some of your first setups that you may have
Well,
had
I don't
set
know
up.
if how many of you have owned a CRT projector?
I've never owned a CRT projector.
Nope.
Do you know how heavy those things are?
No, I never owned one, so no.
They're 200 pounds.
Oh wow.
And I tried to put one on the ceiling, and oh my God.
Oh,
I mean, it took 2 days to calibrate this thing. I use a guy named Chad Billheimer, Chad B, who's very famous in AVS. He's the greatest calibrator in the world. He sat there patiently, and I had this thing I had literally, the room that we're in had Berber carpeting and white walls, and it was pretty normal. And the process went, as soon as I saw a projected image in this room with white walls, I got a lot of black paint, and I started painting, and I painted and painted and painted and painted. I painted it over because we couldn't have this, and over time, I just needed a little money to make it happen, and it started with the carpet that I have. The carpet and the drapes were the real big thing. The carpet I have, I went in and said, hey, I want the kind of carpet that you would have at Radio City Music Hall. I want that, whatever that is. Well, they don't make that. You can only get the real, and it's like wall-to-wall Oriental carpeting. It's all woven.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, that sounds expensive, and it was. But okay, then that's what we have to do. Because that was, I had this red, gold, black kind of theme because I wanted to look like a palace. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not a black hole, not a modern, I just wanted something very old
Like a
that I was
traditional.
used to, that
Right.
I'd seen in the theaters that I'd gone to as a kid. And that this is an emulation of that with the addition of a theme quality from, my childhood kind of hero, so to speak.
So how long did you have that projector?
I had that projector for about 1.5 years,
Okay.
and it was a Sony G70, I think, I think that was what it was called.
Good God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't afford the G90. That was way too much. That was out of my budget. But I happened to get that. I got it used, and it was in pretty good shape.
Nice.
But it was endlessly heavy. It was impossible to work with. But eventually, I got my first JVC. I've had probably 5 or 6 JVC projectors.
Okay.
I've really liked their brand because of the black levels. I work with them on the other issues, but for the most part, I like where they are for the price. And I get most of it used. I mean, the NZ9 that I currently have, I got from a guy who was a reviewer off AVS, and he was reviewing many of them, and he said, "Yeah, this is the best one I have." And I got it. I mean, not cheap, but I didn't get it for retail.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a very nice projector.
It
Very
is, and it's rock solid, and it stays as bright as. I love the laser thing is that it doesn't just dim every 100 hours you watch it. It stays pretty much constant.
Right.
So
what about audio? What how many variations of audio do you think that you've had set up over the time?
I started with very small speakers in a 5.1 thing, and the thing about it is in your first iteration of home theater, what do we all do? We have this beautiful rack of equipment we want to display, and we have all this equipment that we want to put out. And the thing that was the big thing for me was all the wires. When we're doing a surround sound system in any environment, you've got to deal with all tripping over all the wires that are going all around the room. And I'm like, okay. So my goal in doing this was simply, what is it going to cost me to get rid of the wires? What is it going to do? How is that going to work? And that's where I spent my money. It wasn't really in equipment. It was in hiding the wires. I mean, I have 5 seats that are electric, but you can't see the wires because it's in the concrete floor that they dug out with, a jackhammer and connected it to the power box. I mean, I was really thorough and I want this. I don't want cords coming from the side of the room. I want it coming organically, and I don't want it to see any cords because aesthetically it was just not going to be pleasing to me.
And that's the number one person that's got to be pleased is you, right? So
well, yeah, and I go to a theater and I don't see wires. Now the thing that's different and the choices that I've made is I didn't want my speakers to be behind a wall, behind a screen, because first of all, this room isn't big enough, and second of all, that ruins the sound. The speaker choices I've made are better. It sounds better than I can ever do in this size room behind a screen. And frankly, I don't like what I give up in picture quality. If I had a much bigger room, I would consider it. But this is too small a room to do that. It would be too obvious. But the speakers I chose, I'm a guy who likes panel speakers. I had Apogee Duetta 2s back. I don't know if you know what that is. Are you any of you all audiophiles?
I'm not an audiophile, Paul.
Okay.
Are you familiar with those? The Apogees?
I can't afford that. I never could afford that.
Well,
even the lower end stuff.
And I started with calipers. I got that, but understand, I got them all used.
I saw that Stereophile was going to be at CEDIA, and I have original early 80s magazines. Yeah. I have just a pile of...
I lived on those. I lived
and
on
I was
that stuff.
I could never afford any of it, but it was my porn mag. I was like, oh,
it
look
was.
At that.
And I lived in New York City. I was going to school in New York City, music school, as a matter of fact. And and right down from school was Audio Breakthroughs, where I first met Larry Zverin and a couple other guys. And I bought my first turntable, and then I bought my first Apogee calipers. Man, I just love that concept. But my real goal was home theater. but they hadn't invented it yet. They hadn't invented the kind of immersive sound and picture that I was looking for.
That's cool.
But I started with that because that's all they had.
I had a Panasonic quadraphonic sound system.
How cool.
Yeah, that was trippy. That was like, it was all Matrix for most part.
Absolutely.
But still, it was I remember having that, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, because you had your stereo, and then you just had random sounds back here, and you were just like,
I think
yeah.
I had the first really noted surround sound processor called the Shure HTS 5000, which was very well thought of at the time. And it really was a game changer, because you could suddenly, there was an environment instead of it just being stereo. And it's why I gravitate toward panel speakers, because I love soundstage. I love it being wide.
It's why some of the Bose back in the day they created a different field that people were like, wow, this feels and sounds so much more lively. It just created a different sound from
it does.
anything that you could get from a car, and I know a lot of people, especially in the hi-fi community, they dog on them, but it's like, man, you didn't grow up where you had one paper cone. This was high end. You didn't have tweeters. That was an upgrade.
That was an upgrade. When I listen to a stereo system that's a box speaker, and I mean good ones, the soundstage to me is about the size of, I don't know, a chiclet. It just seems so tiny and unrealistic. And when I go home and I listen to my stuff, it's expansive, not unrealistically so, but it breathes enough so that, I can kind of get the illusion of a space. No, it's not completely accurate. It never will be, but it's pretty good. And boy, in home theater, it I don't think a lot of people do what I did. I don't think they're ballsy enough to do these panels the way I've done them, but I like the results.
That's awesome. Yeah. There's only one person that has to enjoy it. There's two types of people, I'm building this to
impress AVS,
to show off for people I'll never meet. There's people, well, I guess three. There's people that are just, hey, I just am having fun and I'm doing what I'm doing. And then there's, hey, I'm doing this 100% for myself. I don't care what no one else. I'm the one enjoying it. And that's what really matters. A lot of the times it doesn't always. Some people, they have $1 million home theaters and they never even. They're just like, I've never used it. I just I just show off.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I know. That's I know, right?
I mean, the amount of thought into every little piece of this that I put in is it's I can't imagine just offloading that to someone who's going to put in $1 million theater for me. No, I would be involved in everything, and I certainly have ideas even beyond this. Believe me, the Christie Eclipse is going to be part of my future. I just don't know how.
Wow.
I just don't know how. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to need a bigger
We
house.
know a guy. He might be selling one.
Well, I'm telling you that thing is thing, but you need. But it presents
you might need a new house first.
The logistical problems that creates is so incredible. I don't have that. I mean, I don't have the room for it. But for what I have, I think, given the space, I don't know if I could do much better than this. Yeah. I mean, if you
NZ9 is pretty spectacular.
I mean, maybe the 900, but that's minusculely better. It's not like leaps.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's not enough to upgrade. Maybe the next series, I'll think about it. But
and that's what I was saying too.
Now they're $30,000.
No, they've definitely.
What the hell, And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're
spending-
getting closer to. Well, now I will just buy.
Now
a
I'm like,
used
I'll get
Christie
the-
at that point.
Then the Sony, GTZ 380 becomes a possibility,
Mhm.
and that I would consider.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a great
Seen
one.
that
And
one. It's really
10,000
good.
lumens. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's great because it eliminates the need for a tone mapping because you have all the light.
Mhm.
Well, still need a tone map.
You do, because I was hoping that because it is so broad in its light output that it didn't have to really do any thinking about it. It just played.
If it doesn't have a processor to tone map it for you, which I don't think it does,
no, it doesn't.
you're gonna need something to tone map.
Yeah, and I know you do with the Christie as well.
Mhm.
And it's funny. That's the thing about that's the kind of the value add about the JVCs
Mhm.
is, yeah, sure, I could get a Mad VR, I could get a Lumigen, but am I really?
They do a really good job
They
they really do.
But
Yeah,
I'm like,
if you have a
gonna
light
get
controlled
that much
room,
better. I mean,
yeah,
for
yeah.
$8,000, how much better is it going to get?
I would say mine. So I have the Lumigen, and
Okay,
actually, Ike just purchased a Lumigen,
okay.
and he just put out. You put out the? Did you put out the review yet on the Lumigen?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I would say
And you have a JVC?
I have a JVC NZ8.
Okay, so
Right.
it's
So-
essentially
so-
the same.
Same
So-
thing as yours, but I
the
don't have
same
the
thing as mine.
100
It's
millimeter
same-
lens, right?
But that's minor. The
Right.
difference is it does really good tone mapping.
Yeah.
The JVC does, at least my understanding. Are you telling me that it's so much better that it's worth it? Tell me your thoughts.
So, I think I know that you're new to the show, but the how do I put this? The Lumigen is the best piece of gear in my rack.
Really? Oh
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that. As
Okay.
somebody who recently started using it,
What are the differences that you've noticed since you've included that in your rack?
So, just the tone mapping all together, it pulls the HDR out a lot more. The you can set it for whatever brightness you
Mhm.
want it to be at, right? So, and I didn't I didn't do a ton of comparison yet because I didn't calibrate my projector and I have not calibrated my Lumigen yet.
Mhm.
Because I was seriously thinking about going to the 800 or the 900. So, but just the difference between when I turn it on and turn it off, there is a substantial difference there. There's
Now this is my opinion on it. It is a great product, both of them. You can always have some nerd use the PC version, which is free to test.
No, I'm talking about the actual console.
Yeah, but because it does the same. The only thing that the PC version doesn't do is some of the non-linear stretch stuff.
right.
And I'm a guy that's against all this. So here's I'm not against it, but I'm against spending money, right?
Mhm.
Unless it changes my experience a lot.
Yes.
So to that, I would say whenever we did side-by-side testing with the NZ9 at the time and my Epson actually with the Mad VR, people actually ended up choosing the Epson with the Mad VR. Now, with that said, it basically does tone mapping in such a way that the brightest and the darkest scenes you can still see all the details. So with the JVC, you're going to get better in the brighter scenes probably, where with like maybe an Epson, you're going to get better in the darker scenes, right? So but does it change the experience of the movie? No, you still both, like a
Mhm.
JVC has a good enough tone mapping. You're not going to be like, oh, what? I don't even know what just happened there.
Right.
But it is going to give you like that extra 10% of clarity to where everything just looks beautiful, and
Mhm.
some of the colors, since it tone maps the HDR and the variances of
Mhm.
that, it gives you a more controlled variance and gives you that, like anime or like the Into the Spider-Verse looks amazing, and it'll look amazing on some of the cheapest gear because they have such contrasting colors.
Mhm. Right.
But if you watch it on a higher end JVC or a Christie, you see it pop even more, right? And that's kind of what those devices are doing for you. It's giving you
So
just that.
it's also
If
converting.
you're a video file
Yes.
and you're
I
like,
am.
what else? If you're a video file, you should have one.
Really? Okay.
Period. End of discussion. Like
Okay. Really?
me, I'm like, if I
No,
can see
I'm a
what's
video
happening,
file. I mean, I'm telling you,
I'm like,
I am-
whatever.
I am
I mean,
literally
it
sitting here
also
going, okay.
manages your aspect ratio, right? So
Say again.
that's
Yeah.
like
It,
your video
it manages
aspect ratio.
your aspect ratios. So so for me, I have a scope screen. So
I do
every
too.
every 16:9, I nonlinear stretch it out. Now,
Mhm.
if you're a purist and you don't want to do that, which
I'm more of a purist than
yeah,
you.
which Jim himself from Lumigen says, hey,
Yeah.
I don't
He's
do
not a
that.
big fan of it.
He doesn't
Even
do it.
use it.
He doesn't use it.
Good.
But
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So I'm
Video.
watching football, 16:9 football on a 240 screen. Right. It stretches out the edges and keeps the middle nice
I
and tight.
understand. Not for me, but
Now
Right,
to
right.
now
I
to
get it.
me, I would get the I wouldn't buy like a 10 or 20,000. I would buy either a used one or the 4,000. It doesn't Lumigen have like the 4,000?
Yeah, the core. It's
The
the
core,
core.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would be more like
Oh, that's
that
for
to
the Matt
me.
VR, right?
And it does all the same things, right? It just doesn't have as many inputs.
It
It
doesn't have
doesn't-
the AI. It doesn't have the NLS, the
Yeah.
nonlinear.
But if you're just using it for your projection, to me,
For my one projector.
yeah, that
That's
would
it.
be the device that I would go for, just my opinion, because I'm like, man, any more, and even that's is like if it was $3,000 retail, and then maybe I get a deal. Oh, I'd
you
have
can you can
I'd
get
have-
one. You can get one on the used market. for
yeah,
that.
yeah. So and that
I
I
mean-
probably will end up.
What do these cost?
So the Mad
Minimal
VR
unit.
MV, the Mad VR MV Extreme is almost as much as your
That's the
processor.
Mad VR Extreme.
So
Yeah.
but that's like 15 grand. I the last I've looked.
Mhm.
The
Maybe.
Lumigen
Are
that
they
I have.
incredibly better than the Lumigen?
So
They're just
it's
different.
it's
They're
more
just different.
user friendly. I will
Okay.
say that. I will say that the
Okay.
interface is much more user friendly.
But I got a calibrator to do that. I'll pay him
Right,
his $500
exactly,
to save
exactly.
my life.
Mhm.
So the
I'm not playing with it.
Lumigen the
I'm not doing
Lumigen
this.
is actually announcing at CEDIA the artist it's artist
Artisan. They have
Artisan.
a brand new one coming.
right. So
Who,
that one's going to be
Lumigen?
yes,
Yeah.
and that's going to be up around the same price as
Around
the
10 grand, I
right
think.
up around somewhere 10 to 12 somewhere around there for the new one, and that'll be 8K ready.
Mhm.
So, and I'm not sure if you know how they work or not, but they'll take the HDR container and switch it into SDR Rec 2020 color.
Right.
So, you're gonna get a lot better output, from what you would normally get, right? As far as the container that it's
On
coming
the
in
used
and more
market,
color.
what can I get one of those for?
Lumigen or Mad VR?
Lumigen.
$4 grand, $5 grand, $4 grand, somewhere around there.
Oh,
The
grand?
high end one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
yeah.
only need one input. I only have
Right.
one picture.
Yeah. Then you don't
know if
even
they
need.
have a lot of the newer ones on the used market yet, because they
Yeah.
just, how long have they been out? Like 8 months, maybe.
The I think they're just going to be rolling out. I mean, they've announced the
Yeah,
newest
it's,
one,
yeah,
but it
it's
hasn't
not
been in
out.
production yet.
Is there
so.
is there a version of this that is okay? You need to get at least this one, because
No,
it has
so
all,
so the
No.
Radiance Pro
the Radiance
4.2
Pro. I've heard of the Radiance. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
4.2. Which one did you just get? The
4242.
4.242.
Right.
So that one has what is it? Four inputs and two outputs.
Two outputs. Yeah.
But there is one model that's less than that. It has I think
4220 or something like that.
Yeah,
Just single
4220.
output. Yeah,
Just
but
one
the
single
thing,
output.
Yeah, the thing I like with the Lumigen is across the board they're all the same. It's just the input, it's just the output and the
Yeah,
input.
it's if you want to use it as a
That's-
switcher or not,
yeah.
basically.
That's the only
I
difference.
just want
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
I have
Yes.
a very simple in
I'm
out.
like
There's-
you.
That's it.
Yeah, so you would need the 4240 is what you would need. And
That's what
that
she
would be the
said.
cheaper. that would be the cheapest.
I have
one.
a simple in and out. That's it.
That in and out. That's it. That's that's been my mantra for many years.
Yep. There you go.
You know,
Yeah.
but what's simple is usually better.
Yep.
Complicated, I don't know so
Yep.
much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I
I
do
mean-
that for work at home.
Yeah.
As
love
complex as what I have is, it's like no, you don't. This is simple compared to what I do at work.
So Steven says a Mad VR can be had for about 6.5K.
Now, is that
um,
the extreme or the
Yeah,
regular?
because the regular one is
Yeah.
going to do all. You know, the thing that the feature I wanted was the ability to, the motion that the one problem I have with my projector is that, you know, the kind of the flicker motion when it pans.
Yeah.
We all know
Yeah.
that.
So the Mad VR has the motion AI,
That
but you
has
got to
that.
get this. To me, it looks like the soap opera effect.
Okay. So that's my question. I haven't seen it in action, but theoretically, you can dial it down much more finely
Yeah.
and smooth it out a little bit and take away just the very jerky
Right.
aspect of some of that.
So
panning
you
that
in
goes
order
on.
to get that feature, the motion AI, that you need the extreme, which is the
I thought so.
$15,000 machine.
Which is a
Yeah.
ton of money, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My,
See,
my
now to
wife is
me,
gonna
that's
love
not
you
worth
saying
it.
that.
For the
Yeah. See, I
'cause
I
I'm
don't
like, I don't see the motion. blur.
I
I
don't
have-
see I don't
I
very
have
rarely.
my device set to 60 frames. I do upscale.
Oh,
to
I do
60.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see the. I've seen it at shows and stuff,
The
and I'm like,
scene
oh
that
god.
kills me every time is in No Time to Die. Him going to the cemetery at the very beginning of the movie, and they pan from and they pan over that thing, and it's it's the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's like it's such a great demo of that. The opening of that movie is one of my favorite demos, and that just ruins it. The rest of it's fantastic, but it's just like, oh my god, this is so awful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
obvious that it's wrong,
Yeah.
and I'm
So-
doing everything I can. And you know what's weird? Hear about this. It depends on how I have the projector set as to how that looks. It's like
Yeah.
it's not the same every time, and
Well,
I don't
once
even
you
know
start
why that
doing-
happens.
Once you start doing any kind of tone mapping or all that,
Mhm.
all that stuff has to be compensated in the back end, and that's where you start to get mixes of
Right.
experiences, right? And it depends on it gets super nerdy.
Well,
beyond that.
I'm kind of super nerdy, but
Yeah.
you know,
I will say
I'm more
that
nerdy with more money.
I will I
You know
will
what I mean?
say
I'm much more nerdy when I have a lot of money.
Yep, yeah, there you go.
So
Yep,
that's
yep.
it depends.
I will
Yeah.
say the interface is I think is better on the Mad VR. The
Yes.
Lumigen is the you got to know where it is to use it, right? So
Yeah.
this Steven says he runs his Mad VR on his JVC and definitely makes a difference. He said
And
he
see,
can't speak to the Lumigen.
as an engineer, after hearing seeing Mad VR, seeing people go
Yes.
through the menus and the Lumigen, I am more inclined, if I was to get one, is to get a Lumigen.
Yeah,
Just
I like
because
it.
I'm
Just
like-
because I'm very technical.
I'm like, I want the thing to be called the thing, not
Yeah.
oh, hey, I want it. This.
I don't want the for
And I'm like,
dummies version.
what the hell does that mean?
For
It's like,
dummies.
oh, for the average user,
Yeah.
this is more
Well, Paul
makes more
Paul,
sense.
Paul, my thing is that I'm not doing the setting up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have my
so
for
camera
you,
here.
if you're paying
it doesn't matter.
somebody, it
It's
don't
not
matter.
me.
If
I
you're like,
want it
hey,
to
I'm paying
look
my
as-
integrator.
Your job
Yeah,
is to
yeah,
make it
yeah.
look perfect, and I don't have to touch it. I don't.
Yeah.
If I wanted to play with it, I get
That
a
would
director set.
be again. That would be back to what you were mentioning, the feature set. Which ones? Yeah, and then you just have to choose. Okay, does this device have more features,
Well, for $10,000,
or a
I'm
feature
not
I
buying,
want that I can't
you
live
know,
without?
listen.
Look, well, before you make that statement,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to buy a Christie,
Mm-hmm. No, not now, but
right?
Yeah, you
but
definitely
but
would want a Mad VR with the Christie,
Who
if
cares?
you're-
A
if-
Mad
if-
VR
with the-
Extreme.
you
know,
can't talk if you're going to
supersize.
buy a Christie, you can't talk
get
about
two
the
of 'em.
price of the processor that goes along with it.
Yeah, of course. In that price range, but in my little humble theater, where things are still about that, I would prefer to go with a Lumigen if I can get away with it. If it's just more difficult to calibrate, I'll pay that.
If
Right.
you got a
But if the
Lumigen
results are
or a Mad
relatively
VR,
similar-
you might not even desire a Christie anymore. They
That is true.
really do
Really,
make a big difference. Now,
really,
yeah, they really do. They really, really do. Let's
and a 10% difference at this level is huge.
yeah,
Yeah. So-
yeah.
It's
And
huge. It's
like
like
I said, I was
boy.
on. I
Right.
was like, I'm not saying it's gonna make night and day. It's like, man, you just
10% is all I'm looking for.
to the point where this is what Mad VR, they were one of the things we were at Ryan's house.
Mm-hmm.
He showed Mad VR and they showed different scenes on this is like on the Epson and then they showed a scene with the clouds and I'm like, I can see all the details in those white clouds to the point where I was like, that is so much detail that's not how clouds really look. I can see clouds and clouds and clouds and another cloud behind another cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, sometimes you want like a dark scene. You're not supposed to see the person in the back of the dark plane.
Right.
You're supposed to just.
But that's all about
barely
adjusting
see.
the brightness.
Yeah.
properly.
It's also
But
very
it has the
revealing is what I'm getting.
ability to bring out that detail, and that's all I'm saying. In any device, like I said, the Epson with the Mad VR was beating the friggin' $30,000 friggin' projector on a comparison.
I mean, it's the same way with bass heads, right? It's like you get so much subwoofer and somebody drops a plastic spoon and it sounds like, a 50-ton truck just fell, right? Because of how much subwoofer you get. It exaggerates to certain things. So it's all about the calibration and all of that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I
But the
think-
capabilities of it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I wouldn't.
That is some detail, but I was like, I don't.
If somebody
Boy,
came
you
to
guys
me,
are helping me. I'm so glad I came onto this therapy session because now I get it.
So
I
you
may
mean
need to spend a few bucks to get a Lumigen and make the best out of this NC9.
I would
thank
say
you.
I would wait for the artisan to be
let's
to
put
be
it this way.
revealed,
Wait
to
for
be
the
able
what?
to see what it
Excuse me?
comes with.
Wait for the what?
The artisan, so the Lumigen, the
The
brand
artisan.
new
Attis, what do you?
artisan.
is
Oh.
artisan or something.
I'm
He's
sorry, I
making
just
fun of
didn't
your
hear-
accent there.
I don't know.
Artisan. Okay.
The Addison.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounded like the Atchison Topeka in the Santa Fe. I need artisan, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
let's go
Well,
ahead
that's
and
not
pull. Let's go ahead and
$25,000,
pull it up while we're talking about it. And by the way, we will
Yes.
be doing a press event at the Lumigen room in Cedia. So we're going to bring you all the information from there. Right.
Okay.
So the artisan right here is coming fall 2025. You can pre-order it.
Mhm.
So let's take a look at it while we have it here.
Shameless
gonna-
plug, but okay, let's go.
Let's discover it.
I
So
love it.
2.1 8K, which is good. And the reason I say it's good because the older models do not pass 2.1. So if you do have any 8K content or you game, you can pass it through.
Mhm.
I have a PlayStation and I have a Xbox that I wouldn't be able to put through the Lumigen if I didn't.
Now wait a minute. Are game consoles 8K?
Well, 2.1 period.
Just
Oh,
to-
okay, just the 2.1.
2.1.
So the
Yeah,
120 frame.
correct. Yep.
Okay. 120 frames per second. Gotcha.
And here's the pronunciation for you, Ike. They were thinking of you.
Artisan.
Artisan. Artisan.
I thought that's what I was saying. You guys were.
I heard
saying
you.
the
I
other
heard
one.
you. I heard you.
All right, so let's see.
But there's two options there, so you can call it whatever you want.
So it's going to be award-winning video processing using a 12-bit 4x4x4 processing pipeline. So let's see what else we got. Nonlinear stretch, which you're not interested in. Programmable output aspect, which probably not interested in either. And we'll show why he's not interested in that, because he's got a special treat for showing up. Supports 3D. Accurate video calibration uses 21-point D1 LUT. Supports Kaleidoscape CoStar, which is good. Let's see.
That'll work with me.
Yep. Customizable 2-rack backlit remote IP control. These are just some of the key features. Let's see what else it says.
If you scroll down,
Resolution capability. Here we go. Fast source switching with 8 inputs and 2 outputs. So that's something that
Holy crap. 8 inputs.
Yeah, something you probably don't need if you, like
I
you
got
said,
2
you only
inputs that I
got-
need.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
got 2.
what devices do people
Am I gonna
still
put my
have?
car on
So a
there?
lot
Am
of
I gonna-
people are using the Lumagen
As a switcher.
switcher.
But even then, as a switcher,
I got
off
8.
the top of your head, devices 8. Name 8. Real quick.
Arvolution,
Apple
Panasonic.
TV.
Kaleidoscape,
Yep.
Apple TV.
Oppo 203.
So you named 2 Blu-ray players.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
have
hold
them
on.
in the
We
rack.
got Xbox,
I don't have 2 devices that have the same damn.
Xbox,
thing.
PlayStation. So I'm at six
Wait a
right
second,
now.
hold on. Hold on, wait a second.
Okay.
But
Xbox
where
and
does
PlayStation.
where does the Lumagen come in the chain? Because I put that all in my Trinoff.
It's at the
All
end
that
of the
goes in
chain,
there.
right before your projector.
So you can
And
do it
then
either
right
way.
Before the projectors, where the
I would
Lumagen go,
recommend it
I
being
only
the
need
last
one
thing on the chain.
going into there, because I mean, I have a processor to take all the inputs and outputs. What do I
Correct.
need that to do that for?
That's
Well,
where I'm at. I'm like,
I agree
would
with you,
just want
Paul.
and one in, one out. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, because the processor for me, and I have a pretty good processor, it takes the inputs and outputs. Not that I have many, but
So
you
this Artisan is supposed to have I think it's got he talked about it. Jim talked about it on the show. Talked about the clock in it.
the clock. Yes, of course.
So at that point, it can enhance your sound and your lip sync and everything else too. So at that point, you
That
may
would be
want
good.
you may want to put that in front of the processor, right?
I might.
and this
okay.
I'm assuming would integrate with a Trinnov to where even if you switched like input 1 on the Lumagen, it would automatically the clock would automatically adjust for any lip sync from different clocks for different sources. So
Hell, if it could just start a movie without a 20-second delay in the sound starting, I would be happy.
Trinoff.
Yep.
I don't think you're gonna get a workaround for that anytime soon.
I got to tell you, even Trinoff has got to have heard this complaint.
Oh yeah, they know
that.
about it. They definitely know about it. And
when you work with Kaleidoscape and Trinoff and you use them together, you can't watch the beginning of a movie unless you play it for 20 seconds and then you back up to the beginning again, and then you still miss some of it.
Yeah.
So as an integrator,
isn't that a perfect...
doesn't it have the ability to do? So I'm talking to
there's some kind of
all those integrators out there. This is a simple problem.
It's some kind of protection mode that the Trinoff does.
Play the movie, mute the audio, let it do its handshake for 20 seconds. To the user, you're waiting 20 seconds. But in the back end, it's playing, pausing, and then rewinding on its own. They could do that with a Kscape for sure.
I promise you, you can't. But
No.
that's okay. I've tried
Someone
everything.
needs to program that because there's all
It-
kinds
it-
of
it's
APIs
some-
on that thing.
So they've I've seen several interviews with this with about this
I'll ask them.
with Trinoff people, like people that work for Trinoff, and
Mhm.
they've said that it's some kind of protection feature or something that they have in there that
Okay.
doesn't allow it to come through right away.
Yeah. It has to handshake. It
mm,
has to handshake.
Oh, it's a
yeah.
handshake. Yeah, we get
Yeah.
that.
HDCP.
But how about then? Okay, I gotcha. Put some kind of sound code in a blank space before a movie.
Or
we
in
can-
the background, just let it play.
Yeah, just let it let you know. Have a setting for it to be. Hey, I'm a turn-off guy, so that it puts 5 or 6 more seconds
Yep.
of blank before the movie starts, so that everything works seamlessly.
So Steven says they've made the lag better on the
Well,
on the
not-
latest software.
not
It's down
yet.
to 6 seconds.
Not yet, but that's
It's down to 6 seconds.
Yeah,
I-
I can do that in my Zadoo.
yeah. It said it's
sure you
ridiculous that
can.
we have to.
My
yeah.
Zadoo, I can make it
But
say,
but
hey,
I think it's a perfect segue, right, to the fact that they have a new OS coming out.
they
Right.
do.
Straight
And
up does have a
yes,
new-
good point.
A new
Hey,
OS
that's
coming
good.
out.
You're gonna see it in
And-
Cedia.
Who knows if that change is going to be in there? I'm not expecting it, but
I don't think so. The only thing that I know is that get this, if you incorporate the new system, you have to get it completely calibrated.
Oh wow.
In other words, you have to do a recalibration of your system
oh,
in order to incorporate it.
oh
you
yeah,
can't
because they
do-
don't allow you to export and import or do
Well,
any
it
of that
can't
stuff.
because
it's a brand
all
new
of-
OS,
all
probably a
of the
different
interface is
language.
different, according
Yeah.
to them.
I mean,
But
Trinoff
it's-
owners are ballers, man. It shouldn't take much to pay someone to come calibrate your
Not at all.
the
It's,
system.
you know, what's $500 or $600
It,
man?
it
It's
depends
simple.
on if you bought it.
Dude, I tell
used
you
or-
what,
or
500 or
whatever,
600
you know.
bucks are. That's a freaking full weekend of drinking. That's what
That's
500
almost. Yeah, baby.
Depends
Well,
on what
I'm
you're
just
drinking.
talking beer.
Yeah,
I'm not
when
talking
you drink your
whiskey,
fruit
whatever.
flavored beer, yeah, that's a lot.
I'm just talking beer.
I'm going to take you with me while I pour some more tasty soda.
There we go.
I
There we go.
I can't. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I need drink.
Yep,
that's
I totally
absolutely fine.
agree with that.
Is
See,
that
that's
okay?
why
I don't
we
wanna
call it
Break
brews
protocol.
and views, where
You'll
I come
never
from.
invite me back because I suck. But I need some drink because it's late and I can barely talk. And you know me, if I can't talk, what have I got?
So the
That's awesome.
Radiance Pro.
Wait. What was what? Let's okay. What was I
was trying to filibuster here.
that looked like sunscreen to me. I was like, what are you drinking? Sunscreen?
It is a lemon ginger pineapple. I don't know, man. Some my wife, but it's like all those organic drinks.
Mm.
But it's
Okay,
lemon
yeah,
ginger pineapple.
So Dave, what is the mix of choice?
The mix of choice.
Your
is-
bourbon, whiskey,
You're
scotch
not going
guy.
to believe this. Can I show you that this is literally the cheapest soda on the planet? It's my wife calls it tasty soda. It comes from Publix. It's their generic brand.
Okay.
Diet.
Diet soda generic. It's got a lot of. Understand, I'm drinking that because it's late for me, and I normally am asleep by now, but because I'm old. But that's what I drink.
Oh, so no.
Yeah, normally
no,
it's martinis, but if
Okay.
I did that, I'd be asleep.
I see.
Yeah, he would already.
I was built up to the crown or something getting dumped in there.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to ruin this broadcast.
Because because we're being watched by thousands right now.
Well,
I
of
know,
course
right?
we are.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just got to apologize the next day, and that's keeping it real right there. It's like,
Yes,
oh,
but
yeah,
and
my
I even
bad.
have it in a cola glass, so I feel extra special.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But believe me,
So-
my normal drink is a martini, but I just couldn't do that and have you at the same time, or I would be completely out of my mind.
Radiance Pro. So
So
what are
this
you
is
trying
the-
to show us here?
This is the one input and one output that that would be
That's what I
for-
want. One input,
Yeah.
one. You're speaking my language now.
Yeah, so that is the
You get me.
4140 is what that one is.
And
How
how
much
much
is
is
that gonna
retail
cost me?
on that?
What is
bad
the
boy?
retail on that puppy?
Let's see if we can find it somewhere.
4140. Give me a price. What are we looking at? For us mortals who now have to work for a living.
Yeah, I'm still on my treadmill of income. I'm not. Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. My Bitcoin hasn't quite come up yet, so I'm working.
Oh
I'm
man.
working on it.
Are you still looking for your hard drive in the dump?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh,
There
that
you go.
out.
Oh no, that's $50 trillion. Ah!
So I don't know. I've never heard of this place before, but Essentials Install says that it's $54.95 MSRP.
Well, shoot,
Okay,
that's more
that's-
expensive than the friggin' one that Ike bought. Retail.
No, I
Is
don't think so.
Oh, it's not.
I think
Oh,
that
okay.
one's closer to. Let me see what the 4242 is. I think that one's closer to
It
7
wasn't
grand.
retail.
4242. Let's see. Um.
Well, it looks like I have a new Christmas present that I need to get.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would definitely.
As a video,
you would
I was
recommend
like
it.
listening to
hearing from all of
conversation. I'm not
that
one
you were
to
saying, hey, if you have a top flight home theater,
Yep.
I always thought of this as like, I think the JVC is doing great, and so if it's not, I need your honesty here. You've seen
Yep.
it. You've gone to these shows. Tell me.
Yeah, it
You encourage me to do that, really?
It makes a difference. Yeah, I
Makes a
mean, if
difference.
if you're a video file,
Oh God, Are you
it's
kidding me?
yeah, it's not for me. I'm not that much of a video file. I'm
Oh,
like
I
I'm
am.
okay not seeing all the detail and
Oh,
then
no.
sometimes I miss it. Like the Harry Potter scene will do where they have the lights
The
and
saber of the lights.
and it's like, oh, it's washed out, dude.
Yes.
You can see every bit of detail in
Mm-hmm.
that scene. With
By the way, can I
one of
ask you
these
another
guys.
question? Speaking of calibrations, do you know of a guy named Adam Pels?
I've heard that name, but no, I don't know him.
No.
Okay.
The one that I would recommend would be Chris Deering or Sammy Prescott.
I know Chris Deering. I mean, as far as video, I have a guy named Chad Billheimer.
Yeah,
who
Chad
has
B
thought
is
of-
really good.
Chad
too.
B is really good, and he's been doing
Yeah.
my stuff for 20 years.
Chad B
and-
is just good.
And he knows how to do this
Actually,
stuff.
great.
And
I just-
have never. He's calibrated everything, and he does a great job. And Chris Deering does great, but Adam Pels is a guy who does audio. All he does is audio, and
Oh, cool.
and he charges more than the Lumagen
Oh,
to come
okay.
into your system.
I see.
Yeah.
2 days.
So
Couple
Derek
of
says
nice
Adam
names.
Pels is one
2
of the top
days.
audio calibrators.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Two
why I
days.
was like, I've heard of him, and I
And he
don't.
comes in and he like goes over every individual piece, every little thing, and he's a specialist with as far as I know with Trinoff, as far as being able
Oh,
to
okay.
he does all of their calibrations all over the world.
Okay.
So he's basically out of my leagues.
Yeah, no, he's out of my league too. I want to bring him in. I'm like, I have some more work to do first. And I
Yeah.
think my system sounds pretty good as it is. Even though I've introduced some new components to it in the last year. And I mean, it's rather a sad story, to be honest. I decided that I was going to change all my sides and rears and I wanted to incorporate waveforming, which I had a giant one subwoofer in the back, and then I went to 4, 2 in the front and 2 in the back.
See,
because
I told you
need-
guys are in for a treat.
you need
We're-
you need that's the way you have to do it. And then so my guy who designed this theater has been doing my stuff for years. He literally worked on this room to incorporate this for 6 months. And the reason was he unfortunately had leukemia, and
Oh.
he worked through that part and recently passed away. And this is the last project that he finished.
Oh man.
And I'm
Sorry to hear that.
And yeah, I am too, because the guy was
Yeah.
the
for
guy
anybody,
was
that's
he got me my NZ9. He got me, I mean, he got me stuff. He designed the stage that I have. He put all that together. He underneath the stage that you will see, there are amplifiers. There are, conditioners. The Toro, the ones with the the big ones. I don't even know, but there were fans designed in it because initially I had I had Krell mono amps the size of like
Jesus.
Wow.
with blowing off all kinds of heat in Class A. Those are gone. That was my olden time days, but now I have like 3 Moon mono amps. I don't know if you know them. Moon by
I don't know the Moons. I knew
by
the Krell.
Sim
I knew
Audio.
Krell back in the day. I was
Sim
Krell was
Audio.
the jam.
They're very compact and they don't make a lot of noise, but as soon as I put them in the system, there was so much more detail that I got. I'm like, whoa, it was like, wow. So they've been absolutely wonderful. The Krells were flabby. I mean, I had Krell, get this, KMA 100 Mark IIs from like 86.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, I'm such an old gearhead. It's
Yeah,
awful.
but still, man, those things are those are some pretty sexy.
They were sexy and they looked beautiful.
I mean,
They
Did
look
you
so
did you
great.
use the dental floss also?
Oh,
The cable dental floss stands?
and I don't know what you're talking about.
no, Krell, man, those Krell is high end of high end.
No, I know what
that's-
Corel is. I know
yeah,
what
that
Corel
is
is.
like, man, those things
I-
are
I
awesome.
That
was
was
saying-
when Dan
well-
D'Agostino was actually at Krell.
yeah.
before
The
he
cable
went up-
risers is what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about. They look like
no,
dental
I don't
floss.
have that. No, I would
Yeah.
never do that stuff. No, of course not. I
Yeah,
am
when
not
you buy
into
Krell,
that.
you
I'm
don't need
crazy.
that stuff.
But I mean, I got them used as I mean, who could afford this shit new? But I got them used and they made it really well with my Apogees. And man, that for a while that sounded really good. But it didn't really work in the home theater because it was just too hot.
Well, yeah, you can't. You don't want 32 or 16 Krell amplifiers.
No, you don't. And so
no, you
putting
do
them
not.
underneath, and literally, I put them underneath this stage, and we just have fans that are working
Well-
that draw air in and out. I mean,
I think this is a perfect segue. Why don't we just go ahead and show them what we're working with?
okay, what do you want to see first?
So let's just start let's just back up with the room and
Well, let me see
like
if I
your
can-
entry point.
okay. Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
look at that! Look at
Gentlemen,
this guy. He's
hold
a
on.
pro.
So just like you would be walking into the room. Let's just
we see the carpet. That's
Okay, can you see
amazing.
that?
Yep.
Yeah, let's start from
that
the
is
entrance to the room.
legitimate. That carpet is like, oh yeah, I'm in a theater right there.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that
see
is
this carpet
the design and everything about it.
and it's what can I say? It's exactly what I ordered and what I wanted.
You need to put some popcorn stains on there to make it a little bit more
Yeah, a little more,
realistic. Popcorn and soda stains.
But as you can see that I don't know if you can. I mean,
oh yeah, that is amazing. Yeah.
now let me go here and show you that my obsession is with James Bond.
Oh
And-
shoot.
and that's where I don't know if you can see that.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I have all the 4K
Is that a
collection.
signed one?
Can I show you? Yeah, that's Christopher
What?
Lee on the left, and that's Roger Moore there.
Oh wow.
wow.
Okay.
That's one of
all
400 in the world of these.
Hey, that's a good obsession there. That's a
You
good
said one of
obsession.
400?
One of 400. That's all
Wow.
that they made, and they did sign those.
Dang.
And they were both in Man with the Golden Gun, which is one of my faves. Let's see. This is so weird. It's like out of sync with me. But what I wanted to show you, if I can do this with my phone. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. Give me a second.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, we
Let me
got
back up. That's my screen. Okay, there's my screen.
So let's talk about the room dimensions. What's the length and
21 length by 16 inches wide.
Okay, that's a good,
16
that's
feet
good.
wide?
16 feet wide. Now watch this.
Yeah, I can tell that's auto masking. I can see the panel.
There we go.
That's amazing. Yep, that's how
Yeah,
you
that,
do it.
that's
that
why
is
you don't
the-
need the non-linear stretch right there.
I don't need
Yeah.
it because I've got this much. I'm sorry, I'm having a trouble,
No, you're
balancing
fine.
it.
Is that four-way masking or just two-way?
Two-way.
Okay.
I mean, do you know this thing, Karada, which made it, it was $5,000. That's it.
Wow.
$5,000.
Wow.
And it has been flawless since the day I installed it.
Dang.
$5,000.
Wow.
And by the way, it sets to every single aspect ratio and can go all the way from 133 out to 2.40, which is what the screen is. It's the screen is what is it called? A Studio Tech
130
130 Mark
G4.
IV.
Yeah, G4.
G4, that's it.
Yep.
Okay. These side speakers and also on the rear are recent additions.
Those are
I
the
wanted to
Martin
go
Logan electrostats.
Yes, there and so everything on the bed level, as far as is electrostatic, including obviously the center channel, which is their.
I love the way you built the stage around that. That's
Isn't that
awesome.
cool? Because we had it built, and then I told the guy, hey, listen, we gotta cut into it and make this thing fit. And so my guy came back and he figured out how to do it. And I think I think he did it well. I mean, it kind of looks aesthetically, it's not out of place.
No, it looks great. Looks fantastic. I like the black trim on the carpet, like the bull nose in the front. That's awesome.
So let's see.
Now, what are the slits in the top stage there? What are those for?
Those
air vents.
Those were the fans.
Oh, okay.
When
That's
used
what I was
to
wondering.
have the Corel KMA a million degrees.
Yeah, I was like, what are those for?
The extra nasties, that's what they were for.
Yeah. Those are the heat.
So they would
versions.
they did that. And these, strangely enough, I ordered the subwoofers not knowing that they would actually fit.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Just
I did that
right
was
on
totally
the
by
money.
accident. But here's the fun part. Let's go to the back of the room. Okay. So this is what my guy did. We wanted to incorporate some rear subs. So he built pedestals that work into, they're literally made into their
Oh wow.
their furniture.
Yes.
You're
That's a good
using Martin Logan subs too, huh?
Yes, I am.
They a lot of people sleep on those subs. Those are
pretty
some pretty
Yeah,
good
they're
subs.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
They're
bad.
made right within like what 30, 20,
Yep,
30
Kansas
miles?
City. Yep,
30 miles no, they're not they're Lawrence or
Lawrence. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Lawrence, Kansas. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little bit further. 10 miles away, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, as we the rear of my theater, as you can see, the thematically.
Very nice. Very nice.
And
So
then
Martin Logan subs. What? So the electrostats are they the? What are they? The A1s up front?
oh no, they're the 13As.
Oh, 13As. Okay.
Expression, I think they call them.
All right. And then the side surrounds. Which ones are those?
They're all EFXs.
Okay. Yep.
They only make one that's mountable that I'm aware of, and the two in the back that you can see there. I don't know if you can.
Mhm.
Yes. One behind the plant there.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Man, your
Now-
room looks great.
Yeah,
Like,
Do you see the? I don't know
you
if
can-
it's clear.
I love
but-
the plants and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yep.
just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I wanted an environment where you weren't just, it wasn't just a room.
yeah, it makes it so much more inviting and
Mhm.
home.
Yeah, it's
like, hey, I want to live in here.
Yeah, you want to come and do stuff.
Okay, now I'm going to buy plants for my theater.
The box that was some engineering that had to take place. I'm not really showing it well, but
The hush box for the
the projector.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can see it. Yep.
We can see it, but yeah,
See
you would
the
have to call
outline,
it
yep.
out. Yeah, because
Yeah,
if you
but
don't know what the JVC looks like, you wouldn't really
no,
be
you
able to
don't, and
recognize
it
it.
just you don't see it when you come in the room,
Yep, that's
which
cool.
is exactly my whole point.
I love what you did with the posters, how you have like the little pennant lights on each.
Yes, and that was the other thing, the lighting, which none of this existed when I got the room. That was part of it. I wanted all of this to be pointed out, for everything to have, because I'm a guy who thinks lighting is really drama, and that really gives you, it makes a difference.
So,
It
David,
makes a
what part
huge
of the house are we in? Are we in your basement? Are we upstairs?
Basement.
Okay. So your ceilings are 8 foot, 9 foot?
Yes, 8 foot.
Okay.
7.9 to be exact. Now, just to take you, okay, if you're looking from the theater, that is the hallway. Again, with the carpet.
Beautiful carpet. I love it.
And we go over here, and this is the brains of the outfit. Everything comes into this closet.
So you got is that the Strato S? No, that's the Strato C with what is that? 48 terabyte?
It's a 48. Very good. It's a 48 terabyte.
Yeah.
And then
he might be a dealer for that. he might know it.
I mean, and this is my rack. I don't know what half of this shit is, but I know
you got the Panasonic. Is that the Panasonic player up top?
It's yes, the Panasonic 1000.
Panasonic,
Yeah.
UB9000.
The Trinnov.
Yeah, absolutely. The Trinnov, and then
now is that the 16 or the 32?
16.
Okay.
I'm pushing 15 channels now.
Okay.
I don't know what that thing does.
The Arachnus, that's your network.
Yeah, I have no idea what that thing does. That is the Control 4 unit that sends audio to the rest of my house.
Okay, so that's a distributor. All right.
That is a Taurus.
That is a gigantic toroidal transformer.
That's a huge one. And those are the Anthem, the extra Anthem amps that run all the other speakers, because I have 4 Atmos speakers in the ceiling, and it runs that and the surrounds. So 4 and 1, 2, 3, 8, 4, 8, and then the subs. Sorry, does it? I don't even know, but something like that.
So the where are the 3 amps that control your front stage?
In there.
In the actual.
They're underneath that.
Okay.
On the concrete floor.
Oh, wow.
And is there like an access panel to them, or how do you obtain access to
Well, you
them?
have to take the subs off that, and you can access it because the top of it will move up.
Okay.
It's not very easy. It's not very convenient to get to, but they're really bulletproof, and they're on all the time. They never turn off.
Yep.
They have like a standby mode, right?
Nope. They just
really?
They're always on.
Yep.
But they draw such little power that it doesn't, I can turn them off, but I never do.
So how many watts are you pushing to the front
400
stage?
per front.
Okay.
For each of the front speakers, and I don't know about the surrounds. I couldn't tell you.
The anthems, the anthems have
It's more than enough power for
it's going to be enough for
the room.
So tell us about the paint for the room. I know we were talking about it prior to.
Well, I can show you. How about this?
Yep.
You see that line?
Yep.
We had to do some repainting with regular paint. When we did some stuff and we changed some stuff, that's the difference.
Wow.
And that is all the way around and into the front. And
do
you don't know.
Do you remember the name?
Out.
Do you remember the name of the paint?
I would know it if I heard it. It's pretty famous. It's the stuff from Japan.
Oh, okay.
And I had to get an import visa for it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I had to like it went through customs and
The
everything.
the real black one.
Yes, it's the real. It's the super. It's like zero black.
Is it the
Oh.
Musso black?
Musso. Yes, that's it.
That's
So
crazy.
we got a bunch of this stuff. We sprayed it everywhere, covered
Yeah.
everything up, and so the room is not perfectly black, but it's pretty black.
So
Yeah.
Shane Lee's in the house. YouTube royalty. What's going on, Shane? Hey, thanks again for the super chat last week. Appreciate that. Shane says, I feel like I'm at Best Buy again with the boys pressuring selling to an unknowing customer.
These guys seem to
Shane,
know
that's-
everything.
That's funny,
I
man.
watch you all the
He
time.
says we
And-
got
and-
an open
hey,
box
I
deal.
get it because I'm the guy that's I'm probably pressured the most, and I'm like, well, it's not for me. I wouldn't get one, but
We got an open box deal here. You need an extended warranty.
Yeah, there you go.
This
man.
one customer seems to have everything and knows everything. So
No, this is a beautiful theater. So what are you using for Atmos? Are you using the Electrostats also?
No, unfortunately, it's just I don't even know. I think I I can't even see them. I mean, there's circle. I mean,
Okay.
there's circles, and I don't know what's under there.
Do you know if it's Martin Logan or not?
No, it's not. I know
Okay.
it's not that. Absolutely know that for a fact.
how about the seats? Where are they from? What brand do you know?
I don't know. I think they're out of business. But I can tell
They
you
look
they're
great.
all-
They look
comfortable. I can
comfortable
tell
for
you
sure.
that.
They look very
but also
comfy.
they do that, and I like that feature.
A little reclining feature there, yeah.
Yeah, they're all electric, which I'm like, that's so cool.
Got the
I
low.
went with
They're the low back too, so that
Yeah,
you
they
can-
already have built-in lumbar support, so you don't even need the
Yes.
lumbar electronics in it. It's just like, why not just put proper lumbar in the seat?
And everybody goes leather and they go black, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
not with
nope.
this theater.
I'm
Mi-
the same
mine-
way.
Mine are the same color as yours. I have a.
I
Yeah.
love this color. I think it's bold, and
Mhm.
the contrast between everything else in the room,
Yeah, it makes
I
it
kind of
pop.
like it.
I like the way the throw pillow blends with the curtains too.
Hmm.
Same material, right?
Yes, and one thing that maybe is overlooked is the work of my draperist.
Nope,
This is
that
the
wasn't
exit.
overlooked. That is crazy.
I told her I wanted something like Morticia Adams meets Radio City Music Hall, and she's like, "I got you,
I
buddy."
got you.
Yeah, and she like put tassels on everything. See this? See the
Yeah.
tassels? And so then but understand here and here, the two you don't know, but that opening there is a window, and that one's a door.
So you have a walkout.
So
basement.
what I did was I said, well, why don't we just cover the whole thing and it'll look symmetrical? And lo and behold, it did.
Yeah.
See my point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
and,
No,
and
I
you were
used the
right.
drapes.
You spent more money on carpet and drapes than
Yes.
you did. Yeah, and people don't
Because
understand that.
this
It's like,
was
no.
important.
There's where the money's
Look,
at.
look,
for
I-
these
I-
fancy
and
looking
I was
theaters.
pricing carpet, and
The
for
carpet was insane.
yeah, no, I
And
trust
it's
me,
got
I
that
know.
gym floor, the stuff that the gymnasts practice on.
Yeah, the
underneath
pads.
it.
Yeah. it's-
I'm so crazy as I have all my memorabilia, and I even went and met that lady who was in Thunderball.
Oh, yeah.
See, now you're getting into Ike's territory.
Yeah.
I've got
once you go
signatures.
pre-80s, no,
I'm loving it, man.
I mean,
yeah,
look at this.
he'll know the movie.
That's a prop from Goldfinger,
Yep.
Oh wow,
Yep.
and there's kind of the.
dude, that is totally
wow.
cool. You're gonna make me have to rewatch
you
the
gotta go
whole
up the
Bond
stairs and you
series again.
you see that
Carpet
and
goes all the
also
way up
look
the
at-
stairs,
look
too.
at the chandeliers that I put in.
Oh yeah,
You see that?
Okay.
See that? How that like kind of
yeah.
those details are what it was very Diamonds Are Forever.
Mhm.
I wanted it crystal and gold. I wanted to match all of this. So that's kind of my thinking. Even the little realistic ticket
Oh, you
stand,
got
which
a
I
ticket
actually,
stand.
that's a real ticket stand, by the way.
Wow.
Metal, and it's from the 30s.
That's good. That's
Dang.
awesome. So
Crazy,
Shane
huh?
Shane says I just realized that he commented 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Sorry, Shane. I'm not the professional that you are, sir. I'm just I'm just down here in the slumming it with the peons, man. I apologize.
Yeah, we're not you. I mean, I don't have the spare change you do now.
Yeah, I don't have any spare change.
And
So
not
you
not,
know.
not based on him. My God, he is a god now. I mean, he's
Derek loves the Bond memorabilia. This is
oh,
dude.
fantastic.
I'm like, I've got.
He's got
I
the
mean,
old
tarot.
school music
I have
easel.
the tarot
Look at this.
cards from the guy. Sorry, hold on, wait.
That's a
I'm just
new,
impressed with the music easel.
that's a new one, man. That's a modern easel.
But no, it's not a music easel. No, it's yeah, that's funny. It's a music stand, but okay.
Okay.
I did play some music in my life, and so
Oh,
that's
nice.
kind of a part of that. So not important, but
Well, what did you play?
oh well, several things. I was a percussionist when I was in school,
Okay.
and now I'm a singer.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Anything that we would know?
Well, as far as what I sing, I just sing Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. I mean, I just
Okay.
sing all that stuff. But percussion wise, not really. I don't think you know. I mean, I was just kind of a classical percussionist. I wasn't a drum set player.
So, 1 out of 10.
Say again?
How accurate was Whiplash?
Not very.
Not very. Okay.
I've been through a lot of teachers and some of the worst. I've been to some of the best schools in the world, and I've never seen that. That's fictitious, or at least I can't imagine that ever being a thing. But boy, do I like the performances in that movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
It's just it was.
If it tells a story and brings you in, it's still
Well,
gonna be
I mean,
fun.
An adversarial kind of if that's, I mean, I had my high school band director was that way, but you know, it was low stakes compared to what that movie was contending. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I wasn't at Berkeley, so you know, I'm not sure, but
Right.
I went to a different school, but everybody I met was pretty well. Almost everybody I met was pretty nice.
So,
Not everybody.
what is your favorite Bond movie?
Favorite Bond movie? Well, okay.
And who's the favorite Bond?
My favorite Bond movie is On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Okay.
I absolutely love. I even went and skied that very mountain because I loved it so much. I went to Switzerland and I went to Murin and I stayed there for a week and I skied that exact place that's in the movie. It's just there, just like it was. But I also love, I mean, goodness gracious, I love Goldfinger and I love Skyfall and I love Casino Royale, Goldfinger. I mean, there's many that I love. I just think On Her Majesty's Secret Service is so underrated.
Yep.
Absolutely a perfect movie in every way. It's just the best of the first 20 Bond movies I've ever seen. I love that movie. End of story. It's perfect. I love it.
How would you rate Timothy Dalton? He's one of my favorite Bonds, but many people don't think he was that good.
No, I loved him in The Living Daylights.
Yep.
Absolutely loved it.
License to Kill is one of my best, but
Well, License to Kill, my problem was his haircut was bad. It was really awful. And also,
you can't blame him for that one.
I knew people who worked in Key West when they were filming there, and he was an asshole. So I don't like people who are assholes. I like people who are nice. When I took you by those pictures of the woman who was in Thunderball, well, I met her 2 years ago at a card convention, and there was no one there, and I had like 2 hours to talk to her.
Oh wow!
And we talked about Sean Connery a lot, and she's like, "My God, the guy was so nice to me. I mean, literally, was awesome. Just an absolute charmer. I mean." And she was like, she prefaced it by, I know maybe you've heard some stuff, but this guy was amazing. And by the way, that woman was a scientist. I mean, who was going to technical school in Florence to become one of the first female scientists in Italy, and was plucked out of there because she was so beautiful. and became a model and got into the Bond franchise, and could not have been a nicer person. I'm
Yeah, I wish there was actually more Timothy Dalton Bonds, but yeah, he was.
there should have been.
Well, there should have been, but he
been.
was just being a jerk too. So I think
It was,
yes.
I like all of them for various reasons.
Yeah.
I don't hate anyone,
Yeah.
but everybody pisses on George Lazenby for doing Honor Majesties, and he's so much better than anybody gives him credit for.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it. He's a good Bond.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. He walked into their studio or to their offices. He had the haircut and he got the suit, and he ran up the stairs and said, "Hey, heard you looking for James Bond.
Yep.
I'm here. I'm going to be your guy." And nobody ever asked him if he could act until
Look,
he
you got
asked.
Ike out of the seat. He's going to find something.
Oh my God! I mean, it's just what huevos this guy had. I mean, everybody hated him, by the way, because he was an asshole, and he was. But he was also exactly who James Bond was. He was very selfish. James Bond was. He was a womanizer. This guy was. He was all those things perfectly cast. He was typecast, is what I think.
you know, I had to go pull out one of my box sets. I probably have like
there
3
you
or 4 box sets of Bond movies.
That's right. I have
This is
all.
the one I could get to, so I had to go pull it out. It's like,
If you don't have Secret Service, you got to get that one.
yeah, I have all of it, all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna buy the whole collection on Kaleidoscape.
Mm-hmm.
The whole collection. Let me see how
Which-
much they have it for. I don't.
God, I have all of them. I mean, I hate to tell
Yeah.
you. Of course I have them.
I probably have like 4. Probably shouldn't be saying this. My wife might believe. Probably have like 4 different collection sets.
I do too.
Then
I also
all
got
types.
the new 4Ks that came out on physical media recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I could purchase the entire set,
Mm-hmm.
which is how many movies? 1, 2,
A
3,
lot.
25.
25.
It's a lot, man.
So I can purchase the entire set for $264 on.
Now, is that
$10
the
a
whole
movie.
set? What about the one movie where they?
There's the one movie that's usually not in all of them.
Yeah, there's the one movie where.
Never say never.
Never Say
Yes.
Never. Yes,
That's it. That's it. I was gonna say I had to
Mhm.
friggin' and that thing on disc. Holy crap! I had to friend to friend to get
This
that
shows
one.
25. So
Because
let me see.
that disc was pretty expensive. Like the original discs,
Mhm.
they were selling for like a couple $100 because
Wow.
because it's not in any of the series.
yeah. It's
No, it's not a part of the canon.
Yep,
as
it's
we know.
not part of the. But I have that one too, and I was like, God damn.
Long story.
Yeah, that's a whole political.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I could bore you so much with my stupidity. And not,
I was like, I know he knows his whole story.
I
Never
know my
say never.
story.
Yeah, I was like, God, I was like, I can't even remember which one it was because
no,
once you get all the collections, it's like, yeah, whatever.
the golden gun prop that you see there, I started assembling this theater when that became available, and that's when it started, and that's how I okay, I'll just make it about Bond, and that worked out well.
Man, that's
But
that's
you know-
an amazing theme. Oh, I gotta say, that's
well.
pretty cool.
I don't even notice. Did you notice the pedestals? I mean, those are things that I had to order and get, specially made. I mean, but you can't just have this thing sitting on a floor.
Yeah.
You gotta. I think of it as a museum almost.
You have it roped off. I mean,
Yes.
the rope thing. I was like,
Mhm.
man, he's got that thing roped up. That's the velvet rope
Mhm.
that It's, yeah. No, I noticed all the crown mold. All the crown molding on your built-in stands. That
Mhm.
even someone that isn't into theater, they could be like, well, you put plants there, whatever.
Yes.
But instead I put subwoofers there. Hey, to each their own.
Each their own.
So one of our guys that frequent the show,
Mhm.
he Abe, they actually built this theater for someone. So
Gorgeous.
He's a home theater designer.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So I
Now
was
that's
like,
so far and away from what I could ever do. Mine is so humble. You know, I just think that's beautiful when if you have millions.
This one is more of a modern though.
It's
Right,
very
uh-huh.
much
It's
more.
that's
Mine
a
is so old
modern
school.
feel.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in a spaceship, which is cool as all get out.
I'm not that style.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no,
It's
don't
beautiful,
underestimate
yeah. It's
what
gorgeous.
you got,
It-
man.
it's
You are on
gorgeous.
par.
Yes,
Mhm.
it is.
Just yours is more like, no, I'm still drinking the martini, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not taking a capsule. Like,
Shane
nah.
Lee says the smoking jacket and cigar would complete the look. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
So
So
he also says you look like Bryan Cranston's twin. You ever get that
I
before?
mean,
I've gotten a lot of stuff. Yes.
you got to throw some Austin Powers stuff in there just to make it funny.
And Rich is telling us about his favorite Bond. We know why it's your favorite, Rich.
Yeah. Yeah. He likes those 8. You know, like not everyone has a 8. You know.
Oh man.
Yeah,
What-
I'm Bryan Cranston's stunt double.
What a great theater. I mean, what a beautiful
Oh,
beautiful
man,
room you got there.
It
In
the
the chat, you guys got any more questions for
full
David?
vibe of an actual theater, you know.
Yeah, and it's not a big space, but
Doesn't have to be.
It doesn't
I
have
just-
to be.
I
It's-
needed it to work.
So what size was it? What size is the screen? We didn't touch on that.
Well, it's if in its 16 by 9, it would have 110 inches diagonally.
What you had it? That's what you had it originally.
Yes,
masked
roughly.
down to,
Yes,
right.
when it's masked normally at 16 by 9, it's 110 inches. When it's fully exposed, it's 144.
Okay.
It's 11 feet and a little bit wide. And
Yeah.
and the tricky part is because I've chosen to have speakers that are outside and not behind.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, I chose that because I think the fidelity is better, and because I'm not putting speakers of this quality in the wall. I just that wouldn't work. So you know, the tricky part is getting the back seats when it's wide open to not have the speaker block the view of
Right.
the far left or right side of the thing, depending on where you're sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So not for everyone. It's just what I like.
No, I mean, look, I love the electrostatics. They are, I mean, such a clean sound. Shane Lee, I know he's a huge fan of the electrostats. You know, he compares them to and actually has said before, I believe, that he likes them better than the per listens that he has, and some of the but he had some pretty expensive Bowers and Wilkins in there too.
Mhm. Yeah.
So but yeah, so
Mhm.
you know, I love the sound of them. I mean, just so light and airy. So and Ryan from he actually had a version of the type of same theater that you did.
Hey,
You know,
Dave, you got a super fan, man.
Yeah, I
You gotta
know,
get your
man. Like,
autograph.
damn.
I don't know.
But
why.
we got 2 questions before we forget. The
Please.
first one is, what's the height of the riser? Do you know how high your risers are?
8 inches. Yeah.
8 inches, okay. And then, what is your least favorite Bond movie? I'm not sure why. I don't think
My least favorite Bond movie, and I got a couple. I hate to tell you, it's a View to a Kill, and it's also a License to Kill.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't stand License to Kill at all. The music is so bad; it's the worst Michael Kamen score. And to be fair, he only had about 2 days to do it because whoever was doing.
Wow.
So it's
Yeah,
not all
gave
his
up.
fault, but I just cannot stand. The music is awful. I mean, really awful.
That's why he couldn't get to fix his hair, right? Because he
Oh
only
my
had
god,
2
his hair is
days.
awful, and there's so much. And the thing that's bad is that I love the concept of the film about him being in revenge mode. I love that. I just think it was handled so poorly, and I wished it was so much better, and it wasn't.
So-
GoldenEye was so much better after it, and License to and Living Daylights is a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
How about The Spy Who Loved Me?
Love it. Although it's not my favorite, it's just
Yeah.
basically it's a ripoff of You Only Live Twice.
Yeah, I think Moonraker was probably one of my least favorite, but I like it. I've watched it so many
Moonraker has
times.
grown on me, and it's so silly that I love it. And
That's
it's
what
so
you
bad.
gotta,
It's
yeah,
good.
you gotta watch some of those. Like, you
It's-
gotta remember the time. You gotta, I'm not watching like a Fast and Furious movie because I want a
No.
in-depth plot. I'm
Mhm.
watching it for the cars and the action.
So
You gotta know what you're
I'm
doing.
gonna
Yeah.
openly admit something here.
Jess, go ahead. You've
Oh,
never seen a
okay.
Bond movie ever?
You're gonna pull my man card. I've never seen a Bond movie.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Never
And
seen a Bond
You have
movie.
a home theater?
Yeah.
I see. I told you you're gonna pull my man.
Oh
card.
man. Like,
Never
I
seen a
don't,
Bond
I
movie.
don't know if that's not a man card. That's a cool card. Your
Okay,
cool
well,
card got
And you're in you're approaching 50?
Yep. Never seen a Bond.
never,
movie.
not even the new ones.
No,
And
I
you
have
got
them. I own
25
them.
of them.
And you've never watched them.
Oh,
I own them.
damn.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
own
at least. You gotta at least watch the Sean Connery Bond at minimum.
We're just
Start
gonna
with Goldfinger.
we're
Start with
we're
Goldfinger.
gonna we're gonna
there
edit
you
out
go.
this.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit out this portion, man.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't
Bronson,
been participating
you gotta
in
watch
the.
Bronson. You gotta watch the.
That's
you
your
gotta
street,
watch
that's
the-
your street credibility right there. That just
Oh my
like
God.
I feel like if I go to
Bronson
Syria and somebody's
friggin-
just gonna
oh,
jump you
man.
for
You
saying
gotta
that.
watch those two.
By the way,
actors at minimum.
if you actually watch Man with a Golden Gun, the prop that I have comes apart just like it does in the movie.
Okay.
That gun is 5 different things: a fountain pen, a cigarette case, a lighter, a what is it called? A cufflink, and
No Bond movie.
I mean, yeah, I mean this.
Like,
You're gonna
oh,
love
yeah.
Bond. Is
Okay,
yeah,
now you
so-
gotta finish the theater. You gotta finish the theater and start from number one.
Yeah, I mean, you at least
Yeah.
know the theme song, right?
Oh
You
yeah, I
the-
know the theme song.
Okay, you recognize that.
I know
was like,
Sean
okay,
Connery
these-
was in it.
Yeah.
You know.
You gotta start from Dr. No or something, man.
Well, that's
So there
Isn't
was
that the
another.
first
There
one?
was one more
That's the first
question.
one.
If-
Dr. No that Russia would love and all of that.
There was one more question for you, David.
what you got.
Excluding before the whole Mad VR and Lumagen conversation, if there was one thing that you would change or upgrade, what would that be?
Let's see. I probably would go with different front subs.
Okay.
I have my eye on the Ascendo 12s.
Okay.
I've been told that there's a lot of bang for the buck there. Ascendo is a very high-end subwoofer, and they're not very well known. They're from Germany, and they crush. And because in a waveforming system, the fronts project and the rears absorb,
Right.
and so it cancels out and makes everything very pure. So I'm only getting the effect of 2 subs instead of 4. It's
Gotcha.
okay. I mean, believe me, it seems to
Right.
be
Oh yeah, I'm
really
sure
good,
it's amazing.
but
yeah.
it could be. I mean, I'm not getting a 50-inch sub. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't
Right.
have $30,000 to spend on a subwoofer.
Any thoughts of just adding additional subs?
Well,
Because
the thing
you
is,
have more channels, right? So
I have one more channel in, but
well, no,
subs-
actually, you have more than that.
The 16 is expandable, right? They give you
16
4
is
it is.
extra.
It is.
Mhm.
My problem is I'm done with trying to expand that because it requires digging. The expense that you see in the theater around you is not in what you see; it's what you don't see.
Right.
If I could give you $1 for every time they've torn up my walls to snake something into this thing to get it back into that little room, I mean, it's been endless to try and hide all the wires that we have put in, and I'm just kind of done with that for a while. If anything, what I would do is I would just double the fronts. I would loop, the left 2 and the right 2 together and put 2 subs in the front for each, and then go. That I think I could do. I don't need extra channels to do that.
Yeah,
know,
so you would
I
just
mean, you,
daisy
you
chain.
hung a 200-pound projector on the screen on the ceiling. You could hang a friggin' 100-pound subwoofer on
Well,
the
I
front
don't-
left and front right,
yeah,
and then you get
so.
full
Yeah,
waveform.
then you would. But I've toyed with a lot of ideas, but I'm like, no, it's got to work aesthetically, and
Right.
I
Yeah,
can't be
yeah.
crazy. I like the way these ended up looking, and I'm reluctant because money is a problem. I'd rather get a Lumigen than challenge, based on what you guys have said to me. I really
Yeah,
got to tell you.
I
So,
would. I would
One
say-
other, a couple other questions I have about the theater that we didn't cover: sound treatments. What are? Did
You know the beauty of this? The carpet and those drapes are all the sound treatment you need. I
Yeah.
don't have anything except the environment you see. And everybody who's come in here said, no, actually it's quite good, because the diffusion of all that is really well done.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, those
and
couches-
the electrostatics are very,
they're narrow dispersion too.
well,
Yeah.
like vertically, yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
coming
Yes.
out. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
you're not getting
It's not
anything
there's not
yeah.
bouncing all over everywhere.
Yeah, they're not
Very-
bouncing off the ceiling at all.
It's refined, and
Yep.
believe me, you don't get this. I mean, I think the space is very acoustically sound. It
And you
is
got
not-
all those plush seating.
Yes,
Plush
it's not an
seating,
echo
right.
chamber at
you
all.
know.
And these drapes, and also, by the way, you see how
Open.
the drapes here are open.
Yep.
When I play a movie, I close them,
Yeah.
and so
And
you
people
have
don't
more-
realize that an opening like that's an
That's
absorber.
sound treatment. Yeah.
That is a gigantic infinite absorber.
Mhm.
So it's absorbing everything. That's what an
Yes, it
opening
is,
does.
and so there's more required of the power and output of what I have,
Mhm.
Mhm.
even when I close those drapes, and I'm aware of that. But I just didn't want to build a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No.
I kind of like the open. I just kind of do.
Yeah.
So how
Every-
about soundproofing? Did you do anything
No,
to?
I didn't. My next door neighbor's the nicest guy in the world, and I don't play it past 9 p.m.
Okay.
yeah. There you go.
and
Fair
he's like the coolest guy ever, and
He's like,
whatever I play in the daytime, he's like, oh, that's fine with me.
yeah. He's like, hey, I mow the lawn during
Yeah,
the day
I'm just
too,
we're
you
not
know,
we're
so-
not gonna I'm not gonna go late with him. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. You're gonna
I would
respect.
never do that. That's
Yeah.
just so awful.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you in like a single family, or are you in a
Townhouse,
townhouse? Okay.
isn't that
Very nice.
amazing?
Yeah. Very
That
nice.
is pretty
Hey.
cool. Yeah, you got a cool ass neighbor then.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's great. I mean, because my
Yeah.
last one sucked, to be honest.
Yep, it
so-
happens. Yep, that's
Yep.
that's
Well,
why
it
I
does.
bought a little further out where I'm at now. It's like there's enough distance. I still live in suburbia, but there's a lot more distance than
Mhm.
normal. Than your normal houses.
Well,
let's-
I would want that eventually, but I've lived here for a while and I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on,
Yep.
wait. Oops.
Yep, my lights are about to go out too. So
There we go. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
no problem.
Are you
It's like-
good?
So digital. This was earlier. Digital movie board says, "Is that a Polestar?" I'm not a watch guy.
Wow.
That's the risk. Yeah.
that was like the first question.
That is a replica of the first LED watch ever made. It's from Live and Let Die. Okay, it was the first. I can't remember. It's Pulsar used to make them. Now Hamilton is the company that makes these. Yes, absolutely. All the watches that I've owned are replicas or are the original Bond stuff.
Wow.
So. Oh wow.
That's-
You are a Bond fan.
You
I-
are a Bond
that's,
guy.
that's
not just-
legitimate.
not a
That's
fan. He is
legitimate
the
right
Bond
there,
guy.
man. All I gotta say is, you better have a martini with me.
Oh, I
here
do.
at
I just-
Cedia.
I would have been asleep and on the floor at 9:30 if I'd done that.
Yeah,
I
fair
had
enough.
to back off and just drink the
Yeah,
good old
no,
Diet
fair
Coke.
enough. I'm the opposite. When I start drinking, I'm up until infinite.
No, I'm asleep in a minute, so
Yeah.
I've got to be careful.
I wish
and-
I had that superpower.
Oh no, I can fall asleep in a second.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that we didn't miss any questions for anyone.
Oh please.
For those of you that don't know, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please make sure that you shoot us an email to hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. And then please like, subscribe to all of our channels, Brews and Views, Horizon Home Theater, and Easy HT Tech. Definitely appreciate if you guys would subscribe. We are going to be bringing you some coverage from Cedia, so make sure you hit the bell notification also while you're subscribing. So let me make sure that we didn't miss any comments here before we go. But Dave, we really appreciate you sharing your beautiful theater with us. I mean, it's just
thank you so much.
Just phenomenal. I mean, I when I saw what you posted this on Facebook, and I was like, man, this thing is gorgeous.
It looks
so
amazing. That's and what I'd say sometimes is, man, your average person, when they come into a theater, they don't remember any of your gear. They don't remember what it sounded like, what it looked like. They remember when you walk in, it's like
the aesthetics, the
wow,
wow factor.
this
Exactly.
looks cool. Like, oh, I want one of these. That's it. They remember the stuff like your Bond theme. They remember that.
Yep.
They're like, oh, it was so cool. Like, yeah, and sure, I would definitely remember that. So it's top notch.
Dave, like I spoke to you offline, hey, you're a wealth of knowledge, man. So you have an open invite anytime you want to join back on the theater we're on.
I would very much. Would you do me a favor and please send me some kind of link so I can find the show.
Yep.
Post links to the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have. I already sent that to your personal phone.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
So you have that, and you have the link to the show.
Tell Johnny E. I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Yep. It's in Richmond area. Yep.
Virginia. It's Central Virginia. If you don't know, it's just an hour and a half south from Washington D.C.
Yep. My dad, my stepdad used to do what is that called? Drill, like military drill, and for the Navy, and because he was like the Naval Reserves, and he would go to Richmond for 2 weeks every year. So we would vacation there while he was at drill. So yeah, very familiar with Richmond. Very familiar. Well, listen, everyone, definitely appreciate you. Dave, hang on for a little bit. Don't hang up, but we're going to go ahead and end the stream now. Thank everyone for watching. We had upwards of 40 plus people watching live. So really appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep. Thank you.